The penalty on the 2-point conversion in the KC-Pittsburgh game is the right call. I mean, he dragged him down to the ground. He's about 1.5 feet away from Alex Smith. You can say, oh, don't make the call. It's a holding call. I mean, it's a good call, I thought. I don't think Kansas City's got a right to bitch and moan about it like Travis Kelce did after the game. He grabbed him to the ground. Then obviously they don't convert on the pass on the next attempt for 2. Bottom line is this. You didn't score enough to win. And that was a holding call. I don't know how else you'd see it. So Pittsburgh wins on field goals, and they advance. And I think a lot of people, I don't know if you're one of them, thought going into that the only team that could really give New England a dose in New England for the AFC Championship game was Pittsburgh because of Roethlisberger and Le'Veon Bell. And now you get that matchup. So I thought the call was a good one. I hate the fact that a game essentially it's decided on a call.
Yeah.
But if you do say to the refs, it doesn't matter what time of the game you're in. Doesn't matter where the ball is.
I always say,
pulled him to the ground.
I'm not big on swallowing the flags or swallowing the whistle, that whole thing.
Right.
But the one thing I will say is if you see the way that these two guys are engaged, what's his name? Harrison's legs slip out from underneath him, and Fisher is pushing him towards the other goal line.
Right.
The reason that it looks like he's holding him is because of the differentiation in size. I would tell you that.
I thought he hooked him.
9 out of 10 NFL coaches would say that's a crappy call.
Really?
Yeah. I would imagine all offensive line coaches would say that that's a crappy call.
Seemed like he had his left arm around him and pulled him down to the ground. I hear what you're saying.
If you watch how he slides, like his feet slide out from under him, you can tell he's pushing him. But the whole thing's leverage and everything. One man's penalty is another man's blown call. So.
Right.
I mean, that's the NFL, and that's the world we live in these days. And I hate when games are decided on a play where that guy's not going to make a play anyway. Even if he got around him, he was not going to make a play.
Almost coming out.
The ball is gone. I mean, so if you take a look at it, before he, I don't know. It's close because he's got his left arm.
Slow motion makes it look like the call's even better.
Right.
That being said, look, you scored 18 points.
16 points. How about the fact?
Excuse me, right.
How about the fact that Pittsburgh can't even score a touchdown?
Right. So I think if you had said to people, "Hey, you hold the Steelers without a touchdown, you're going to win every single time," they don't, and now they can cry about it till all they want. I know they changed the game. They changed I think they changed the time had a negative impact either. Both teams had to deal with it. You knew a day and a half in advance because of that terrible ice storm that went through there. Actually, after the game, everybody was sequestered in the building. You were not allowed to leave the stadium for a little while because of their fear of travel afterwards. So the whole thing turned out to be a low scoring.
That happened in Kansas City last night, too?
Yeah.
I know it happened in Dallas because of tornadoes and stuff, but it also happened in Kansas City last night?
They didn't want them driving.